Now, on my show, it is time to introduce my next musician, special guest on my show. I am joined by none other than Future Utopia. Welcome to my show, Future Utopia.
Hey, lovely to be here, Dan. How you doing?
Yeah, good. How's yourself?
Really good. Actually, the sun is shining. We're just about to put the finishing touches on the rehearsals for our UK tour. The EP's out. People seem to be loving it. The new album's done, which will be released next year. Life is sweet.
Good. Glad it's treating you well. Future Utopia as well. Great name for your act. In your act, is there just yourself or your one-man band?
No, it's we are a band. Like I look at Future Utopia as a collective, really, with everyone that collaborates with us and has collaborated with us over the years. So it's kind of like the gorillas in that respect, in that it's a shape shifting type of outfit, but I'd say I'm at the very center of it. But I've got a great band. I've got Molly J on vocals, Ben Epstein on bass, Anthony Sweetsticks Lewis on drums. Other great players come in and drift out. It's a shape shifting, creative collective.
Great. Big happy family then.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very happy.
Cool. And your real name as well, you're Fraser, aren't you?
Yeah, Fraser T. Smith.
And do people know that name through like the music world? You do a bit of producing as well with various artists over the years.
Yeah, so I've worked with some amazing artists such as Adele, Stormzy Dave, Britney Spears, Celine Dion over the years working on their projects. And I had an absolute ball doing that. And then it reached the point where I thought, well, actually, now's probably the time that I get back to where it all started, which was sitting in my room, writing songs for myself. And that's what I've done. And people seem to be liking it, which is great.
It's a great feeling when you are the centre stage, aren't you?
Yeah, it's very different because I've been working in studios now, my own studio for many years, working on other people's records, as I mentioned, and so to step out into the limelight with my band is fantastic. And when people are into it, it's the best feeling in the world.
And what I like about your EP, all the sounds are different to one another. Like you have the We Were, We Still Are, which features K Tempest. And as you say, it does kind of remind me of that Gorillaz era, trying to capture that sound.
Absolutely, yeah. There's I think we are what we eat in terms of music, and I've been exposed to so many great artists and so many I've had so many great musical adventures that it's bound to rub off.
And
But I
also,
worked on
yes,
the Humans album with the Gorillas, and yeah, definitely a big influence of mine.
also on the album as well, you one of your main releases is called This Time, and it's you work with After Dark Remix. Is After Dark a DJ? Is he?
Well, the After Dark remix is what I do. It's the electronic side of what I do. So we have the main version, which is the This Time, just called This Time, and then the After Dark remix is me making sure that I don't neglect that electronic side of what I do, which is a big part of the music that I make as well. So it also gives a different flip on the original, enables me to go out and DJ it when the opportunity arises, and just gives a slightly more club feel to the original track.
And you mentioned like the Gorillas may have been an inspiration. When you were growing up, the '90s, that was quite a big time for electronic music. Which kind of artists, inspired you over the years?
Well, I started playing guitar with Darren Emerson and Tim Deluxe and Rui de Silva in the early 2000s, and used to go to Ibiza and play guitar with them at places like Pasha and these iconic venues. So I really got under the hood of what the electronic music scene was doing then, and I've kept up to date with it and collaborated recently with great artists such as DJ Seinfeld, High, Uncle, Melee. So it's in my blood, electronic music, and I absolutely love it. So to have this outlet in the name of the After Dark remixes is a fantastic thing.
That's very nice. Also, I want to mention that you're coming on a UK tour anytime soon. I think you've got like a 10 or 12 dates, but I can read some of them out for you because my neck of the woods is
Big.
Birmingham. So you come to Birmingham on the Tuesday, 24th of October at the Hare and Hounds. That's a great venue, that is.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you got a main one in London, which is Sunday, the 29th of October at the Village Underground.
No, that's actually moved to the 2nd of November now, Dan, which is at Oslo in Hackney.
Okay.
So we are 2nd of November going to be at the Oslo in Hackney, and anyone listening should definitely try and make it down. We're going to have some special guests and surprises that evening, and I think the gig's going to be off the charts, as
Mm,
it will be at the House of Towns.
cool. Do you have a website as well where people can just check on your dates and times and everything?
Absolutely. It's all on futureutopia.co.uk. And if you wanted to keep up with us on Instagram, it's at Fraser T Smith, at Fraser T Smith, which is FRASERT and then Smith. And that's Instagram. So, two easy ways of keeping up to date with everything Future Utopia.
Brilliant. And anything you want to say to like your followers or your fans at all?
I just want to say thanks for all the support, and thanks for streaming the music. Thanks for in advance for buying the tickets to come and see us live. We put everything into this music, so to see people getting into it means the world. And let's just keep that future utopian.
And I'm just reading here one final thing. What I like about this as well. Could you just tell me more about you're working in partnership with the Music Producers Guild and the PPL. What's that in aid of?
Well, I've set up a future producer academy, as you said, with the MPG and the PPL, and we are coming up with this academy, which starts next year in September. So it's going to run like a school year for a year to help young producers and young creatives who are from very challenging backgrounds financially, who might not be able to afford the luxury, so we say, of going to a traditional university and being able to study. So we are putting together our own course where I share the wealth of experience that I've got. So does the Music Producers Guild. So does the PPL. And we put this all together into the melting pot, and we've designed this course which will last a year, where everything is paid for, and a number of producers will each year be chosen to go through that course and will be taught how to survive the music industry and to how to have longevity in this quite tough industry, and learn all the skills and the tips and the tricks. And yeah, I can't wait to get going on this.
Fantastic, great job. And do you think like the music industry has become harder to break into, or has it always been one of them tough nuts to crack over the last 50 years or so?
Well, I think for someone out there, for anyone that's listening, I think you could say it's easier in that anyone now, not anybody, but if you come up with a great song and you've got a great voice, you can put that onto TikTok and that will go viral if it's good enough. I think that the aim though is to stay in the game for a long time. I think it's easier now than ever to have a viral hit and to be discovered, but the most important thing is to achieve that longevity. So that's where the craft comes in, and that's where the hard work comes in, because I don't think you could substitute those 10,000 hours of hard work, as Malcolm Gladwell said in his book. I think you've got to get out there, you've got to play live, you've got to do all the things that people had to do in the 50s and 60s. It's the same work, you know. So yeah, it's in some ways easier, but then you could say that the market's flooded with everyone doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So you've got to try and stand out from the crowd.
Great advice there. Well, I just want to say, Fraser from Future Utopia, thanks for joining me for chatting to me about your new EP and single, and some helpful advice there as well for my listeners.
Thanks so much, Dan.
And I'll probably see you at one of your concerts as well, so catch you soon at one of your venues. All right.
Look forward to
Yeah.
that.
Great. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks.